let's touch a little bit about GDS in terms of how should providers in that field adopt, right, in this new sort of migration to NDC.
Yeah.
The incumbents are, Amadeus and a few others. How do you see they changing their strategy, or how are they acting right now in anticipating the NDC adoption over time?
Yeah, so I was part of on a lot of the boards for GDSs on how to think about building out their NDC strategy, capabilities, adoption. They really have been thinking about working on this since 2018. I think all of Amadeus, Sabre, Travelport are pretty far along in their NDC. Very much the strategy, a bit more around the implementation. I think they're sort of in we built out the connection to the different airlines, and now everyone's trying to figure out how to normalize all the content, how to get all of the different services to work. How is airline on 17.2 different from airline on 18.1, 18.2, 21.3? So all of that work that anyone who's building it out, and as a consumer, it's more about how do I continue to make the investments to keep progressing with the industry and making sure that as a platform, they're providing value to their travel agent community.
Right.
But yeah, for the most part, the GDSs are pretty far along.
Right. But that does interrupt their, business model or
100%
unit economics, right? So how are they going to kind of balance that out? Are there new ways of finding revenue by providing the additional layer of service on NDC, or they have to find other ways?
I think most of them are finding other ways of driving revenue. But I'll be honest, I don't really spend much time thinking about that. But I imagine that's the case. Yeah.
But they are seeing the trend change in turn.
Yeah, it's slow. I think most of the adoption have come from OTAs that are not using the GDSs to do their NDC. So if you look at their adoption curves, I think the last thing I read was still pretty small from a sheer volume perspective. Yeah,
absolutely. So my final sort of technical question here, or your advice. So if I'm a small airline owner, right, I'm looking at this, I haven't invested much in NDC yet. What would be your recommendation to me in this landscape of, by 2030, IATA wants everyone to start using it. What should I do if I haven't started yet?
Start. You should have started already. And I think what you're going to find is those that wait too long, all of the current costs that you have are just going to continue to go up, and then probably in a non-linear fashion. GDS, PSS providers that are currently have a fixed model, fixed rate, as they pull people away to work on the new things, the cost to build and maintain the old stuff is going to get pretty expensive, and it'll become a forcing function. Right. So you don't want to be the laggard, because you're going to pay the higher economic cost to maintain the old way.
You can't get talents in those fields to maintain it anyway, right?
That's right. No one's going to want. It's like on a mainframe, right? Trying to find a mainframe developer. Good luck, right? Those that are in there are making a fortune. I think it goes down that same path. And plus, if you believe in sort of the other things we talked about, increased revenue and things like that, do you really want to wait and say, miss the opportunities to get the incremental revenue while your competition is doing it and using that to put you at a disadvantage? No, probably not.
Yeah. So where do they start? Do they hire their own people? They work with a consulting company? They talk to IATA? Or
I think IATA definitely offers their own consulting services to airlines that are members, but you have other companies that are out there as well that airlines use, the big consulting firms, et cetera. And they will help you think through sort of what's your market position, what are your contracts, what's your distribution outlook, things like that, to say, here's how you should think about what your commercial component is to it, and then how to think through, should you build or buy? How long is that going to take, and things like that? What's your realistic ROI?
Yeah, makes sense. As a consumer, will I expect anything new in my booking experience in the coming years?
I get asked this a lot, and the answer is it depends. And it's basically, if you were to look at a normal flight shopping request today, there's not a whole lot of difference. I can't tell you if something is NDC or GDS. Mm-hmm. It looks the same. That's the whole point of sort of abstraction, right? Yeah. But I love looking for the seat I want to sit at, right? And some airlines don't offer that, the legacy channel. So if you want to do different kind of fare bundles, or I want pay for fast track, things that you can't do in the Edifact world, you be able to do that stuff in NDC. So you'll start to see some of those enhanced capabilities, enhanced content that'll become available. You won't know it's NDC, but it'll become available to you
at an earlier stage of the booking funnel.
Or even in shopping. Like some things are shopping.
That'd be great.
Fare bundles, right? Hey, I want to create this unique content for you as a gold customer. I might offer you that type of thing. It's not there today, but it is coming. One of the things that I like actually about NDC, and it goes back to sort of the airlines that have made the things exciting for me. I can call an airline out, can't I?
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So there's a few of them. I fly a lot of United, and United did a really good job around their disruption management, right? So if your flight's delayed, your flight's canceled, they will alert you. You can go to your app. You can say, hey, I wanted to go on these other flight options for free. Mm-hmm. And the way United implemented NDC is they integrated NDC into their own API platform. Mm. So you, as a consumer of NDC or a travel agent that uses their NDC platform, they make those same tools and capabilities available to you as a travel agent. So if you book NDC transaction on the travel agent, the traveler gets the benefit of those enhanced products, not just on United.com, but also on the agent that is booked through the NDC APIs. Right. So it's a pretty slick. It's pretty slick. I really, really love this. And I encourage a lot of the airlines to say, like, look, that's the kind of thing that you should be looking at, is how do I bring those experiences not just to your own .com, but to the trade? Because ultimately, you want to leave a good impression on your customer. They don't necessarily care that it was booked on a travel agent. They know that they tried to travel on you as an airline, and you want that experience to be as good as possible. Yeah,
more seamless, more convenient. Yeah, make their travel experience better.
Yeah, it's like the pilots come on and say, "We realize you've got a choice in travel. Thank you for picking us." Right? That's true.
It makes the whole experience memorable. Yep. That's what we want.